let's head over to Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby. I've got to buy some fun supplies. I'm going to show you how to make some crafts that you could sell and make extra money. So many people are needing to make extra money nowadays, and this is a great way to do it. So let's get started. I've got this 3mm bass wood that I picked up over at Hobby Lobby. And they're very thin. I'm going to use 3 sheets, and I wish they were a little bit wider, but they're not. And you can see just how thin it really is. So it's going to cut really easy with this laser cutter. A huge thanks to xTool for sponsoring today's video and supporting my channel. So I'm going to lay them side by side, and then I'm going to try to figure out how I can get some trees. I'm going to use a lot of different shapes for this one. It's going to be very layered, and I'm just going to outline those trees. I want to, trace the outline of them. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the M1 laser cutter to cut them. This is what my screen looks like when I'm sitting here in front of it waiting. And there it is in the machine, all done. And it did cut on 3 different sheets. So when I lift the lid, you're going to notice that some of the pieces have fallen to the side. So I'll have to glue them back on. If I'd had one big solid sheet, of course, this would have just worked out perfectly, but I did not. So I just wanted to show you that you could make do with something. Also, that wood was 40% off. Hobby Lobby has these great sales. There are the pieces right there. I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to lay them on this palette piece that I got at Dollar Tree Plus. And here are the pieces left behind. And now I'm going to cut out all these different shapes. I've got trees, a deer, you name it. I've got an eagle. I'm going to use my mister. I'm going to use various colors of kind of brown and beige paint because I want to make this look very layered and very neutral. This is the Truffle by Waverly. I'm going to put it on with my mister to water it down, and then I'm going to wipe some of it off with the paper towel. And this is going to get attached right on top of this palette. And this is the beginning of the layers. Then I'm going to use the hazelnut color. I'm going to do the deer. Again, I watered it down and then wiped off the excess. I did another tree in that same color. And now I'm going to use the antique wax, and I'm going to do several of these trees, 3 of them. And I went for all different kind of winter tree shapes. This is a winter scene. Just think about things you've seen at craft shows or boutiques. And this is the kind of piece you see there, and they sell for a lot of money. I'm going to water this one down and use some black and wipe it off for the eagle. This is going to cost me barely anything to make at all because of the machine that I have, but yet I could make multiples of these and sell them for so much money. I'm going to use the cashew on this one, and you'll see when I put them all together how cool all the different colors look, and it creates this dimension. It makes it look like it's deeper into this forest than like just looking at one piece laying on top of a palette. So I'm going to use my hot glue, and of course you could use a more permanent type glue, but just for an example, I'm going to use this. And I'm going to add those little pieces that came off on the sides right back. I saved them to make sure that they would still be there. And see how I'm hot gluing them all together, and it creates one big piece. Now I'm going to start moving around these other pieces to see where I like them, and you'll see the different shades. And I'm going to make sure that there's a tree that covers each of those seams from the 3 pieces of the original wood. That way you will never know that it was 3 different pieces. I thought that was a really good way to make sure this would work. I find this very fun, relaxing, and creative, and I could have cut out 10 of each of those pieces, had 10 of those palettes, and made 10 of these to sell. I'm telling you right now, you could make back the cost of this machine so fast if you wanted to. And I have several friends who do craft shows, and these kind of things sell very well. You could make smaller things too. I'm going to show you a couple other options in this video just to let you know. Or you could use this to make gifts, so you wouldn't have to spend the money on the gifts. And then you'd have this particular machine for years to come, and you could keep making gifts with it or your own home decor and save money. So I continue to add on the different pieces, and you notice with the different colors, it does definitely give that appearance of it being deeper. It's almost like the sun's hitting them in different ways. And also trees aren't all the same color. So there's the deer. That's the last piece that I'm going to put on there with the hot glue. And I just love the layered look here. I just think it's adding so much dimension. I know I've probably said that like 10 times, but it's true. Look at that. It's all done. I absolutely love this one. Of course, I am keeping this one, but it gave me a great idea for something that I could create for someone else, or if I decided to sell things, which I haven't done so far, but like I said, I know a lot of people that do, and they are very successful at it. Can you imagine yourself doing this and making extra money? Got this cutting board set made by Family Chef. You can find this at Family Dollar or Dollar Tree. They're around, and this one was a double set. I can't believe I found a double set. That's pretty hard to find. So one's larger than the other of the cutting board. And I wanted to show you the surface of this because it's glossy. It's got a finish on it. So you need to sand it off. I'll show you one where I didn't know to do that and you'll see the difference. So I did sand this one off, and now I'm just going to go into the M1 machine and use the xTool Creative Space. And I'm just going to put some letters, and I found the cutest thing. It says snacksident. It's like a dictionary definition. It says eating a whole pizza or a bag of chips entirely by mistake. I don't know about you, but I have definitely done that before in my life, maybe more than once. Anyway, so once I get it on there and I set it all up according to the instructions, I have the machine engrave it. Look how beautiful this is. What an awesome thing. People love these cutting boards. Now here's the one that I did that I didn't sand, and that finish kind of melted. So if you take some rubbing alcohol and rub that very carefully on with a cloth, it will come off and that will be remedied. You can look how much came off on my cloth. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that you do need to sand it, but if you don't, you can fix it. So here's first the Bless the Food Before Us, the Family Beside Us, and the Love Between Us cutting board. And I love this one. I know a lot of people would like this. This would be a great seller at a craft show, or if you could go get into a store. And then here's the Snacksident one, which I think is adorable. And I also know people would love to have this one. So again, a couple other ideas of things you can make to sell using the M1 machine. What do you think? I've got this piece of 3mm basswood that came with my M1 when it was sent to me. And I didn't use the whole thing, so I decided to go ahead and use some more of it. So I'm going to take this shape. It looks like a house. I think it's a pentagon. And what I'm going to do is just unlock it and drag it down to make it a little bit longer. And then I'm going to shape it, turn it upside down. I'm going to add some little winter trees, like kind of pine tree shapes in them. And then I'm going to put 2 little holes on the top. And I'm going to make a pair of earrings. I've seen a lot of people make these and sell them. They're very popular. And this is another idea for something you could make and sell using this machine. The sky's the limit with the designs and the things you can do because of the engraving and the cutting. Oh my gosh, so many options. So I'm going to go ahead and select the parts that I want to engrave and then set that, and then select the parts that I want to cut and select that. And then once that's done, I will send it all to the machine, and the machine will do its thing. It's almost like it does its magic. It's so fun to watch. Thank God they put that sunglasses type cover on it so you can watch it. Used to not be able to watch these things. So there it goes, and it's doing its thing. And then I'm going to show you, look at that. It's all done. I just lift it up and the pieces stay. And then I'll just push out the little circles where I'm going to put the earring holders. These so cute. I mean, these were done in no time. You could make a whole sheet of these and have a ton of them. I'm going to use this Butcher Block conditioner, and I got this off Amazon. It's in my Amazon store. And I'm going to do this with all the wood that I've been using. And I'm just going to rub some on there and make sure that it conditions the wood, and that kind of finishes it off. You don't have to seal it in this situation. And then I've got these earring holders that the kind for hanging that I ordered on Amazon. And I'm going to use a little bit of jute because I made my holes a little bit too low and I didn't realize that. So live and learn. But I'm going to go ahead and put the jute right through the wood and the earring. I'm going to tie a double knot. Now, once I have that tied, all I have to do is hot glue it and then trim off the edges. Now, if you had wire, like jewelry type wire, this would be very easy to do. You could just use that. I did not. This is my first time making earrings. So I just wanted to work with what I had. And I also think with this rustic look, it actually looked really cute with the jute. So there I am trimming that off, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. But look at that. Isn't that adorable? I tried these on. They looked so cute. Anyway, another option. Just think of the possibilities. Honestly, there's you could make your money back with this machine so fast. I know it seems like a big investment, but if you wanted a side hustle, something you could do from home, I mean, honestly, the cost of living has risen so much. You might want to give this a try. That's it for today. I've got another video on the screen that I think you will really like. So go ahead and click on it. And if you do, I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.